Hello and welcome to the latest CraftySniper's gun tech video. Right, I have previously spoken about the SRS's simplicity when it comes to changing all the equipment in the back here. I did touch on how you change the outer barrel in an SRS, which obviously is what this is. And all you need is the included Allen key. I don't know what size this is off the top of my head, but this is what you get when you purchase an SRS. I'll just show you. You get this parts bag, which has got 3 Allen keys in total, a spare O-ring, a rail piece, and some silver pack gorilla snot, for basically slippery gorilla snot as well. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to be showing you guys how simple this rifle is to work on the front end of the rifle. So we've dealt with the rear end, we've dealt with the power, now it's time to get access to the inner barrel, which you may think normally is a complete ball ache, not in the SRS's case. So, first of all, take your Allen key and you'll find on the left hand side of the rifle there's a screw right above the fire indicator switch, and you just turn this so that the little line lines up with unlock. That's all you got to do. You don't unscrew it, you just unscrew it to the point where there's a little mark on it, and that's pointing towards the unlock position. Now turning the rifle upside, well, to the other side even, not upside down. What you have is 1, 2, 3 and 4 screws. Now these screws have to be undone. They are not taken out, they are captive screws as far as I can tell. They will push against this whole part of the body, but all you need to do is basically loosen them off. So what I tend to do is try and loosen them off just one turn, and we'll see where we are with the outer barrel. So like I say, just do. God, that has to be one that's really tight. Come on. There we go. Right, that's better. That's that loose. So that's them loosened off. Now we'll go to the front end of the rifle and we'll see if the outer barrel wants to play ball. And it does. And just pull the outer barrel clean out of the handguard. I'm going to put the rifle out of the way. We don't need that for the time being. And this is the 26-inch gigantic outer barrel of the SRS. The 26-inch is the longest that you can possibly get. Now, what you can see here is the end of my fast hop system. This is different than the standard hop that the gun comes with. The rifle normally comes with a hop which relies on 2 grub screws going into one hole here and one hole there. And basically you can vary the amount of pressure you put on the left or right side of the hop booking. Now I understand the theory, I really do. However, that is, I never found a sweet spot with that setup. That hop system just to me never worked. So basically I got rid of it and got a fast hop. I really recommend, if you've got an SRS, buy the fast hop. It's got to be one of your first upgrades you're going to do. You will not be disappointed with it. And what you end up with, if I get it into focus, and you can see it, there's a little ring just towards the start of the outer barrel, and it's got numbers on it, and basically those numbers correspond to what your hop is set to. So the higher the number, the more hop you're applying. Removement of the inner barrel, I actually don't have the Allen key with me, but basically it's a teeny weeny Allen key just into there. There's a little tiny grub screw, take that out and you can slide the entire hop mechanism and the inner barrel out of the outer barrel. You'll also see there's an O-ring just in the outside here. This just cushions everything up. Just make sure this is pressed back into place. Sometimes it comes out. I do believe Silverback actually include in the barrel and the bag of much parts a spare O-ring, and the only size I think this O-ring, or the only job that O-ring is for, I think is a replacement for the O-ring here. I can't think of anywhere else it would go. So that is how you remove the outer barrel. Like I say, removing the inner barrel is just dealing with a teeny weeny little grub screw here, and then you can slide that out. And assembling the hop chamber, well, that's just kids play. It is that simple. I am thinking along the lines, like I say, this is a 26-inch setup. I'm going to get a smaller one, say a 20-inch or a little bit smaller than that, put a suppressor on the end of it to make it look cool, but then run a whole different internal setup. And that's the great thing about the SRS. If you want to run the full length 26-inch, let's say woodland class sniper, just put this setup in. Takes 30 seconds to take out, 30 seconds to put in. If you want to run a setup where it's a little bit less long of a rifle, so it's quite short, so you're not banging the front end of this 26-inch barrel into trees and whatnot, then you can just take this out and put the next setup in. All you need is a hop chamber, hop bucking. I've got an R-hop patch on this. You think I've got a list of parts here? You've got a Faceless Sniper 60-degree R-hop patch, a Faceless Sniper 100% air seal bucking. Inside this, you've got a Lombarda 22-inch 6.05 inner barrel, so it's a little bit shorter than the actual barrel itself. And I've got the fast hop, which, like I say, is extremely important. You will get good results with that. So, like I say, if you want to just go swap it out, 30 seconds, bang, done, away you go. So, putting it back together again. Exactly the same, only in reverse. So make sure you get, you're looking for is this portion here. This is where the BB is going to come up from the magazine, and you need this facing straight down in the rifle. Basically, try and do this on frame, feed it back in again. And once it's in place, and it won't go any further in, I would turn this, remember this is the lock and unlock button, latch even, switch we like to call it. Turn it to lock. Make sure you don't feel any tension when you're doing this, because obviously this is now grabbing a portion of the outer bowel, and if you've not lined it up properly, it will grab it, and it's metal on metal, and you will do damage if you keep doing it over and over and over. So always make sure that you do things nice and slowly, and you won't damage, let's face it, a rather expensive rifle. Right, so tying the screws back up again. Just do one run of the screws. You get to feel a bit of tension, tighten up. And just run down all four of the screws. Now check with the outer bowel that there is no wobble, and that is absolutely rigid. So yes, that is how you change the outer bowel of the SRS. Again, such a simple system, and it's fantastic. I've just done this on a video, and it's taken me what 8 minutes. I'll just look at the camera, it's upside down. I could do this in 5 minutes and strip down and change the inner barrel in a couple of minutes. It's so simple. Like I say, if you found this video informative, or you're having and you like this video, please drop me a like on the Facebook page and the YouTube page. It is all much appreciated. If you have any questions about the SRS, please fire them at me on the Facebook page. Do that on the YouTube page as well. I will answer any questions regarding this fantastic rifle. Absolutely awesome. So I hope you found this video informative, and I'll see you on the airsoft field very soon.